would you like to just have me put you in jail and wipe out all those fines and costs?
No, not really.
Like 10,000 days and then I'll wipe out all the fines?
10,000? No, sir.
You need to buy a ticket on the Clue bus and get on it. I want you to go out to the counter. I want you to set up a payment plan to start to pay on these fines and costs. You've been blowing them off for 7 years. I'm inclined maybe to just put you in jail and wipe them all out. That advised that Mr. Marcoux was going to be getting into this case. Are you Dustin Darlin Prather?
Yes, I am.
And you've retained Anastasia Marcoux to represent you in this matter?
Yes, sir.
He is out of the country. Hope they let him back in. And you find that
My
email.
understanding he was back today, I think.
What's that?
My understanding was, I think he was back today.
I don't know, but they'd asked to adjourn it. Looking for the email, I can't find it. Maybe it was sent late in the day, maybe I just saw it late in the day. At any rate, do you have any objection if we adjourn this matter for 2 weeks?
No.
I'm gonna adjourn this to, do you have any objection, Mr. Gabriel?
Pardon me?
Do you have any objection?
No, Your Honor, I just wanted it on the record because
All right, 2 weeks from today would take us to May 19th at 8:30. And that would be May 26th at 1 for the prelim.
Your Honor, I am officially out then.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know whether that date works for Mr. Marcoux. I guess we'll find out. But your next date is Tuesday, May 19th, 2026 at 8:30 for a pre-exam conference. So, Mr. Prather, your bond is continued for your appearance 2 weeks from this morning at this same location. I did have a meeting at lunchtime. I was just informed that it's off. I've got all these paper clips that are connected.
I'm going to ask for a bench warrant on McNett, Your Honor.
All right,
And
well,
that's
let's see what else we got. We got David Lee Davis is a waiver. He is in custody. Mr. Bush, is he in custody?
I don't have
Oh,
that
it's Mr.
file.
Trevins.
That's Ross's. I don't think he's in custody.
And Kyle Anton Miller is a waiver. There are more than one Kyle Miller. I think this one's from White Pigeon. Constantine. Home invasion. See the waiver in that case. That still leaves us with about a dozen files. Let's see where we are. Mr. Bush, let's address yours. Right now, let's just see what we're doing with them. Whitney Haroon.
She's here. She wants a prelim.
All right, Ms. Haroon, then would you come forward? Whitney Haroon.
I know she's been here all morning.
Good morning. Thank you for your patience. Are you Whitney Len Haroon? Haroon. You're charged with possession of methamphetamine. That's a felony. It's punishable by. Let's take a look at this. Charged as a second offense, punishable by up to 20 years in prison as a drug double. My understanding at this point is you wish to have a preliminary examination. Mr. Gabriel, is there a plea offer?
Yes, Your Honor, we put on the table today the opportunity to enter a plea of misdemeanor charged with use of methamphetamine, the 1-year misdemeanor. It's my understanding that she's rejecting that, and therefore there will be no further negotiation after the prelim.
All right, they've offered to reduce this to a misdemeanor charge of use. You've been waiting on the hall patiently, but we've had a bunch of cases in here, including several use of methamphetamine cases. Use of methamphetamine is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $2,000. They're making that offer, but you also have a right to have a preliminary examination. Mr. Gabriel indicated if there is a preliminary examination, all plea offers are withdrawn. Do you understand? All right, and you wish to have a preliminary examination? You have to speak your answer.
I can hear you, I'm sorry.
Do you wish to have a preliminary examination? You reject the misdemeanor plea offer?
Yes.
All right, now, it's a condition of your bond that you take a test upon demand of any police or probation officer. If I give you a urine test right now, will it be positive for methamphetamine?
The guy that I was just recently with, he does it. So they said that it could go in my system because we had unprotected.
That's true, and the moon is made of
And I
green
didn't know
cheese
that at the
and
time
cats
until
can
this.
fly. Are you gonna be positive or not positive? If I give
I'd
you a
probably be
test?
positive because we
All right.
had
It's
that.
not from association with somebody who uses methamphetamine. You
Yeah,
don't
I
get it
didn't know
like
he was
chicken
still
pox.
using.
So you're looking in the eye of a misdemeanor as opposed to a 20-year felony. I guess you can make your own decisions. But you should discuss this with your lawyer between now and next week. Because if you have, I'm gonna test you when I see you next week.
Okay.
Let's just leave it at that. And, but for now, it's set for prelim. Next Tuesday, which would be May, what day is that? May 12th.
You know that date and time. You know, date and time.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
If prelim is held, misdemeanor offer is withdrawn. One thing that you should consider, if you are convicted of a second offense, methamphetamine, the guideline score is higher. In misdemeanors, we don't have sentencing guidelines. In felonies, they do. And if you get convicted of a 20-year felony in the guidelines, it may have a prison range. So that's something you may want to discuss with your lawyer about what would be the sentencing guidelines if you were convicted of this as a second offender in circuit court. At any rate, you can discuss this further with your lawyer between now and next week. But right now it's set for May 12th at 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're good to go.
You can go.
Catherine Crop. I thank you again for your patience. Are you Catherine Ann Crop? What are we doing with this case?
Your Honor, we're gonna have waivers in both files.
All right,
I don't have the form in the 24 file. I have the 26 one signed to share with
all right.
counsel.
Laura, could you print waivers of arraignment, waivers of prelim for me in the Catherine Crop case?
The old one.
All right, Ms. Crop, in 241864 FY, you're charged with unlawful use of a motor vehicle. That used to be known as joyriding. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years, and it's a high court misdemeanor, punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000. The other charge is a 26 case, 26753 FY, alleges failed to return to rented property over over than $1,000. Apparently you rented a car allegedly and failed to return it. Let's see what the punishment for that one is. I don't see that very often.
Just like you signed it before. That's all. Okay, say the same thing. Nothing.
That is punishable by up to 5 years and up to $10,000 as a third habitual offender. I have the bind over in that. Laura, I actually only need the bind over sheet in the 2-4 case, 241864 FY Catherine Crop. Sometimes I can't tell whether they hear me or not, if they're away from their desk, or I was calling for Jenny this morning and she didn't hear any of it. Bond in the 26 case is set at 5,000, 10%. Ms. Crop, where's your address? The list here is unknown.
It's in Decatur, 413 East Edgar Bergen Boulevard, Decatur, Michigan.
What was the number again?
It's 413 East Edgar Bergen. It's apartment 1C in Decatur, Michigan.
Laura, I need a bind over in Catherine Crop, the 2024 case, 241864. Would you see if you can find Laura for me? I'd like to take care of this while we're all here. The matters will be bound over to circuit court to be set for further proceedings, which will start with a status conference some time from now. All right. I don't know when that will be, sometime later this summer. What are you doing in Decatur?
I just moved back from Indiana. That's my hometown.
What's that?
I just moved back from
All
Indiana.
right, but are you working there or are you just residing there?
I just got back, so I'm not yet.
All right. You're not allowed to go to Indiana as a condition of your bond. Is that an issue?
No.
While we're waiting, what are we gonna do with Taylor Matthews?
Taylor Matthews has signed a waiver.
All right.
He's here.
Kevin McNett.
He is the non-appearance today.
Naomi Morris.
Not
That's
mine.
Ross's. William Saylor.
That will be a misdemeanor plea. He's here.
Reed's, oh, that's Ross's. Lindsay Willis.
That will be set for an exam. She's here.
All right. Ross, let's go through yours. What do we know about your cases? Naomi Morris.
Signed a waiver. David Davis has signed a waiver.
All right. Larry Pennell.
He's mine. He's here. He signed a waiver.
All right. John Bush waiver. Reed Simon.
I believe that's gonna be left on at this time.
Dustin Wired.
That's gonna be left on for exam.
We're in the home stretch. Now, somebody called this morning and said, "I overslept, I'm not coming." And I'm trying to figure out who that was.
What's the other one he just said?
Laura, what's the holdup with that bind over sheet?
Said Myers?
Someone's use an exam.
Austin
Unless you take an
Smith.
No. Morris is in the plan.
I don't know where that case is.
Yeah, no more pleas. It's either run or waive.
No, so we have exam with Morris, and that's with the Williams.
Wired. That's the one
Oh,
Dustin
that's
wired.
up here.
Yep,
What's
that's
going
an
on?
exam.
Okay, I couldn't find it. Maybe that on my list, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's adjourned 5. See the 11 at that.
Usually it gets printed from the file.
Gonzalez.
Well, we're gonna need to get a bind over from
Gonzalez
the
don't have-
prosecutor's office.
I'm gonna keep
Somehow
trying to
it's
go.
not in
His phone
there.
like shut off.
But,
He's not been hiding.
have a seat, Ms. Crop. We gotta get that.
Just wait a second.
Thank you.
We'll come back to that. So let's finish Mr. Bush. Lindsay Willis, would you come forward, please? She gone? Would you bring Lindsay Willis in, please?
Guys, call for Willis.
Lindsay Willis? I feel like I'm talking into a echo and no echo comes back.
John, you realize the co-defendant waived. Miller waived. Okay.
No, I mean, I did not know that. No.
All right, are you Lindsay Willis?
Yes.
Ms. Willis, you're charged with home invasion, first degree, tampering with evidence, attempted firearm larceny, 3 counts, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 2 counts. That's the one that carries a mandatory minimum 2-year prison sentence preceding and consecutive to any other sentence. Your lawyer, Mr. John Bush, is here, as well as Chief Assistant Prosecutor Gary Gabry. Mr. Gabry, is there a plea offer here?
Your Honor, there was discussion of waiver for further negotiations and truthful testimony against Mr. Miller. Obviously, that's been rejected, so I will be approaching Mr. Truckee about Mr. Miller giving some testimony.
All right, Ms. Willis, we're going to set this matter for a preliminary examination next Tuesday.
The co-defendant waived.
That'll be February the 12th, 26 at 1 o'clock. Preliminary examination is a hearing where it must be established that there's probable cause to believe the crime was committed, probable cause that you did it. You don't get found guilty or not guilty at a preliminary examination. If a preliminary examination is held, prosecutor will withdraw any plea offer. These are some serious charges. Home invasion first degree carries a 20-year maximum. The felony firearm charge requires a 2-year prison sentence. So you may wish to discuss that further with your lawyer. If there is a preliminary examination, which is your right, prosecutor will withdraw the plea offer, which is his right. All right, do you have any questions? All right, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Larry Pennell. Are you Larry Jean Pennell?
Yes.
You're charged with a criminal sexual conduct, 2nd degree assault, and another charge. You waived preliminary examination in this matter. I don't see that you have any unpaid fines or costs to the court. The matter will be scheduled for a status conference in the circuit court. Are you still at the Chicago Road address in White Pigeon?
Yes.
All right. Free to go. Do you need a bus pass or anything?
No.
All right. Stay in contact with your lawyer. I understand a waiver has been executed.
Mr. Gabriel has the executed one.
All right, Mr. Pennell, you're good to go.
Thank you.
Taylor Matthews. Same circumstance. Are you Taylor Dale Matthews?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Matthews, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine, resisting, obstructing. You've waived preliminary examination of that matter. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have $2,065.92 worth of unpaid fines and costs, most of which are driving. There's an old retail fraud where you owe $471, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 operating without a valid operator's license. How'd you get here today? Somebody bring you?
Yeah, I got it right.
All right, would you like to just have me put you in jail and wipe out all those fines and costs?
No, not
Like
really.
10,000 days and then I'll wipe out all the fines?
10,000? No, sir.
You need to buy a ticket on the Clue bus and get on it. I want you to go out to the counter. I want you to set up a payment plan to start to pay on these fines and costs. You've been blowing them off for 7 years. I'm inclined maybe to just put you in jail and wipe them all out.
I believe I set up a wage assignment this week already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, then you're free to go. Stay in contact with your lawyer. All right, let's have Ms. Crop come back up. Would you give that to John? We did get a bind over from the prosecutor's office. We'll have her executed. She can go on her business.
Yeah, but we're gonna get it up there to do that. But you not tell you anything on the local, you're the same. So you've already violated it, so we should do the same thing.
When it came to posting a $7,500 bond, he was able to come up with $1,875. It comes to paying his court costs, not so much. All right, Ms. Crop, that takes care of both of your cases.
Don't come back into.
You're free to go.
Don't come back.
Stay in contact with your lawyer. The matter will be set for a status conference at a date yet to be determined.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Naomi, oh, those are Ross's. I guess what we've got left for you is a fail to appear by Kevin McNett.
Right.
Kevin McNett is a no-show, and then we'll have William Saylor come up and we'll take that plea. Kevin Lee James McNett failed to appear on a charge of possession of methamphetamine. It's a 2026 case 26494FY. Did you have any contact with Mr. McNett?
I have nothing, Ernie.
Mr. Saylor, why don't you come on back up? Do a bench warrant. He also posted a surety bond. Notice of immediate bond forfeiture. New bench warrant. Bond, $10,000 cash or surety. He has $1,382 worth of unpaid fines. No 48-hour hold.
No 48-hour hold?
No,
Thank you.
maybe the bonding company can shake him up. He owes hundreds of dollars in unpaid stuff, including domestic violence, 2 of them. And I'm not gonna do a 48-hour hold. I thought this might be a no lunch Tuesday, and I think I'm right. All right, Mr. Saylor, you've been very patient. This is file number 26598 FY, People versus Williams, Joseph Saylor. Laura, I'm out of register of actions, if you can believe it. I've been through about 50 of them today. Are you William Saylor?
Yes, Your Honor.
We've met. I just needed to identify you. You're charged with welfare fraud over $500. That was a fairly common charge at one time, but we don't see it much anymore. Thank you. The meeting is off, correct? Which is a good thing. I should be done by you to be able to use this at 1.
Oh, okay.
Gary says as far as he knows, all the cases are going. I don't know if you've heard from anybody else.
I can't do it.
Gary says as far as he knows, all the prelims this afternoon are go. I don't know if you've heard from anyone else.
That's what Casey thought too. I think
All right.
there's 5, 4 or
4%.
5. Okay.
This afternoon is gonna be as fun as my morning. All right, Mr. Saylor, let me find this. It's alleged that in 2024, that you did by means of false or willful statement of representation or other fraudulent device, obtain assistance or relief to you which you are not entitled over $500. That allegedly happened in 2024. They didn't authorize it for 2 full years till March of 26. It is a felony. It's punishable by up to 4 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000. Mr. Gabriel, what's the circumstance here?
Yeah, we're gonna offer an amendment to the complaint to include the welfare fraud under $500. Mr. Saylor will enter a plea of guilty to that charge and will agree to make restitution any amount of $2,619 with whatever additional sanctions the court should impose. I believe Mr. Bush may ask to have sentencing put out a bit because there's some pending resolution that might allow the restitution to be paid relatively quickly.
Mr. Saylor, did you hear that? They're gonna dismiss the felony charge for a plea to a misdemeanor charge of welfare fraud, improperly receiving benefits under $500. That's a misdemeanor punishable by, I believe, 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
They're also going to ask for restitution of $2,619. And we may set this out a while.
He has some pending workman's comp litigation, and he's expecting a lump sum payment that in the next 2 to 3 months that should cover that.
All right. Mr. Saylor, did anybody threaten you to get you to plead to that charge
No, Your Honor.
or promise you anything?
No, Your Honor.
You've been sitting here all morning. You heard me go through the advice of rights a couple of times. You could probably recite it. Clarissa could probably recite it. You understand that you're giving those rights up by entering this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you back in 2024 fail to report income which allowed you to get assistance from the state of Michigan?
I do believe so, I think.
Say that again?
I think so.
All right. So you had income that you didn't report that allowed you to receive benefits in the amount of $2,619. If you had reported it, you wouldn't have received those benefits. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna set this out a ways. I'm gonna set it for August 10,
At what time, Your Honor?
10:30.
Thank you.
Hopefully your ship will come in before then.
Try to get that paid before we get out, we'll figure out what mechanism we're gonna do to get it paid. Yeah, don't divert it anywhere else. Get this one paid.
Stay in contact with your lawyer. Don't get in any more trouble. Hopefully you'll get your settlement. You can pay the restitution in this, and that would lead to a good income or good outcome.
Thank you, I believe that covers it. Mr. Gabriel.
All right, I think that finishes your obligation, Mr. Bush. And we will refer to Mr. Cook. Naomi Morris is a waiver of preliminary examination, if I understand correctly.
No,
Oh, it's not a waiver?
that's correct.
All right, are you Naomi Morris?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with possession of methamphetamine, resisting and obstructing a police officer, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. The first charge is a felony. It's punishable by up to 15 years in prison and a fine of up to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $15,000. R&O is a 2-year felony, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony requires a 2-year prison sentence preceding and consecutive to any other sentence. Let's take a look at this. Still got a ton of cases in here. They say that this happened on April 13th in Flowerfield Township. It's charged as a second offense, making it a 20-year maximum. An habitual offender, making it theoretically a 30-year maximum. Was there a plea offer here, Mr. Gabriel?
Prosecutor Davis indicated to Mr. Truckee that if Ms. Morris gave truthful testimony against Ryan Schwartz about what was going on in their residence, we would reduce it to use of methamphetamine. There's also some discussion that she could be considered for adult drug treatment court. I understand both situations have been rejected. This would be a co-defendant of Ms. Haroon.
All right, so you're also asking for a prelim?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll give you the same advice. If you get convicted of this, you're going to prison
I
for
know,
not
sir.
less than 2 years,
I
and
know.
potentially much longer than that. I don't know any of the facts.
Correct.
I do know that if there's a preliminary examination and the matter's bound over, the plea offer will be withdrawn.
I understand.
Same thing, you may want to look at what the sentencing guidelines are for these offenses, if that will help you. But otherwise, you have a right to a prelim, and it looks like we're going to have one next Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
I would like my prelim, please.
What's that?
I would like to have the prelim, please.
All right, that's your right. That'll be May 12th at 1 o'clock. Now, I'll ask you the same question I asked Ms. Haroon. If I gave you a urine test today to see what's in your system,
You can trust me right now.
all right, so it would not show positive for me?
I'm not positive or anything.
All right, I'll probably test you next week. Set for prelim, May 12th at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
With co-defendant Haroon.
Adjourn the test.
No, not today. Get a hold of me
No.
so we can get back to my office before Tuesday, okay?
Yep.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Well, looks like we'll be busy next Tuesday. Reed Seaman,
He's in custody, Your Honor.
and he wants a prelim.
Yes.
All right. 5/12/26 at 1. Defendant in custody. Dustin Wired.
He's here.
I got more people left than I got files.
Julie and Martha are not charged, Your Honor.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Wired. You're
Good
Dustin
morning.
Allen Wired. And you're charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, which is a 4-year felony. 2 counts of resisting, obstructing the police, or 3 counts of resisting, obstructing. And same thing, you wish to have a preliminary examination? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look here.
Should indicate, Your Honor, that Prosecutor Davis offered him an opportunity to enter a plea of guilty to 1 count of assault and battery and 2 counts of attempted resisting, obstructing, all which would be misdemeanors.
And that offer was received and conveyed.
All right. All right, Mr. Wired. You're charged with multiple felonies. The prosecutor agreed to dismiss all of those who have pleaded to assault and battery and 1 count of R&O. If a prelim is held, the offer will be withdrawn. All right, are you still at Baroque Street here in Centerville?
Yes, sir,
Are you employed somewhere?
I am.
Where's that?
So I work for Weldworks in Sturgis. So I
Very good.
file 1099. And I also work for myself. I have a welding business.
Well, there's always a need for good welders. Let's take a look at this, see if there's a habitual on here I missed.
There's not.
All right, Mr. Wired, you can discuss this further with your lawyer. Otherwise, set for prelim next Tuesday, May 12th at 1 o'clock.
Thank you. Keep in touch with me so we can get into my office before Tuesday, okay?
All right, we still have people here. Which case are you 2 folks here on?
This is Kyle Miller.
What's that?
This is Kyle Miller.
Oh, what were we doing with him?
He waived.
Oh, he waived. All right, he's free to go. There's more than one. It looks like
Get in touch with me, please.
they may. And then what's your name, sir?
David Davis.
And I think he waived also.
That's correct.
Mr. Davis, you're good to go. All right, now, the guy that called,
touch with
he
me,
said he
David.
wasn't gonna be here. I was gonna issue a bench warrant for him, but I don't know what happened to the file. He overslept and will not be here. He doesn't get to not show up on a felony methamphetamine case. I don't know if somebody took that out of my pile. That is Austin Smith. I'm gonna issue a bench warrant for his arrest also.
Your Honor, is that now the position that if they waive, can I dismiss them or do you still want to see?
I still want to see him. I apologize that they took so long. I want to know whether there's a no contact provision. I want to know whether they owe me money.
Figured everything else has changed around here in the last.
Dustin Wired does have an unpaid traffic ticket, which I let him get out the door on. And I don't know about the other guy. Thank you all for your hard work this morning. Gary, are you doing any of those prelims?
I don't think so, but I'll be going down to find out.
Hello, here's a child. Anyway,
Could
I'm
have.
gonna tell you till Tuesday.
All right, that finishes our very long morning.
This courtroom hearing starts off like organized chaos. Dozens of defendants waiting outside, lawyers rushing between cases, people appearing over Zoom, and the judge trying to move through an endless stack of files. But then, one case suddenly changes the tone of the entire courtroom. A father and son stand before the judge after a late-night traffic stop spiraled completely out of control. Prosecutors originally charged the father with intimidating a witness and resisting police, serious charges carrying the possibility of years in prison. But the more details that come out in court, the stranger the situation becomes. According to police, the father repeatedly told his son not to cooperate with officers during the stop. Officers claim the son refused to identify himself and resisted commands. But the family tells a very different story. They insist they were simply leaving a store, noticed police following them, and believed they were being unfairly targeted from the beginning. Then comes the moment that changes everything. The father looks directly at the judge and says, "I told my son to follow all lawful orders." But police reports claim the exact